Well, hey everyone, namaste. How's it going? It's Jeremy J here with the short hair, coming at you with another video. It's been a crazy just over a month, and I've been on my own inward journey. Once again, trying to figure out stuff going on in my body. It seems to come up almost every year. Something strange happens to me, so I'm on the quest of figuring it out. This time it's an on and off of varying intensities of itching, pinching, crawling, stinging, biting sensations. And it all started around, well, it started kind of minorly in one location on June 4th. And then on July 4th, it started happening everywhere. And that's when I took note. And I was like, okay, something strange is going on in my body again. So far, doctors and dermatologists don't know what it is. The closest thing that they can think of is something called mast cell activation for people who have Lyme disease, some kind of overactive response of the cells to something I came in contact with, and or some neurological firing that's not firing appropriately, or some kind of intense fungus or yeast infection that's gotten on underneath my skin or in my gut, or if it gets in the gut, it can permeate through the body. But I don't have really any obvious skin markings or anything to reveal the source of this, so it's another quest I'm on to try to figure out. And so I'm working on doing that. And in the meantime, I'm still working on becoming the best Jeremy J I can be. So the best Jeremy J I can be, I think, is, I don't know if I've talked about the ESIP, ESIP. When you talk to someone, or even let's say you have a relationship with someone, generally there are 4 areas that you connect with in that person: emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and physically. And your strongest connections in life will be on a 1 to 10 scale. They'll be more toward a 10. And as those numbers go down with people you meet, oftentimes if someone's like a 5 or a 6, or let's call it a 6 or a less in those categories, you won't really have any chemistry or vibe with them in any way. Good friends, you can have a 10 out of 10 in emotional and intellectual and spiritual connection, and at varying levels. So anyways, I bring this up because I look at me and I look at my life, and what I'm trying to do with myself and who I'm trying to become. And I'm 46. I'll be 47 in 4 months, which is crazy. But this ESIP applies to each of us as individuals. So what is the highest we can get our own ESIP scores? Can I get my physical body into a 10 out of 10? That would be near Olympic shape, like a monk who has really taken his body to the maximum potential with weightlifting and yoga and stretching and martial arts. And so I think about that with me, and I've continued to do my yoga and my kicks. I took a week or 2 off while I went on a mad investigation hunt to see what's going on with me, but since nobody seems to know, and so far it doesn't seem to be contagious, I've kind of resumed normal life. But yeah, I'm doing yoga and martial arts, and had a good yoga class today. Went to the gym, kicked the heavy bag, and it was good. I had good energy and felt strong, and I've really made an effort to hone in on my food intake, to be completely disciplined with that, and that's certainly helping. And so that's the physical body. It's like, what's the pinnacle of the physical body we can get? And then you have the emotional side of it, which is, how mentally strong am I? How am I able to weather stress and life's challenges? And certainly this new challenge is difficult because I'll be just kind of sitting here and chilling, and then I'll get like a burning pinch somewhere, or an itch, and but pretty much from head to toe. And it's not painful, really. It's more like a nuisance. It's almost like there's an eternal supply of mosquitoes or fleas that get to just have their way with me every so often, and it varies in intensity. It used to be more intense at night. Now it's pretty much like a wave throughout the day and night on equaling levels, and it's most calm from 1 p.m. to 7 or 8 p.m. So like apparently our bodies are on some kind of 24 circadian rhythm clock, including our immune system. So that might be why there's varying intensities over the 24-hour periods in the day. I've taken a lot more supplements and doing everything I can. I'm looking for a hyperbaric oxygen chamber, one that doesn't make me feel claustrophobic, that I can try out for maybe 20 or 30 visits to see if that helps calm my skin down. And but besides that, I feel pretty good today. I feel pretty good. I'm in pretty good spirits despite it all, and so I feel like I'm doing okay on the emotional part. I've been listening to a lot of Joe Dispenza and really spending a couple hours each day listening to positive affirmations that orient me and kind of give me my North Star to follow, if you will. Those, whatever you listen to, or at least for me, whatever I listen to regularly, I start to take on the characteristics of that. So I've made a conscious effort to spend a couple hours each day listening to possibilities, because I'm faced yet again with the impossible, something that nobody knows what it is, and I don't have to, but I'm choosing to try to figure it out and beat it, just like I did with Lyme disease and other things that have happened in my past. And I have a feeling this will be no different, that it'll be me kind of figuring out what it is over time. And there's no clinic or doctor that can really help me. They can kind of do things and prescribe things that I say, like I'm going to my Lyme disease doctor tomorrow, and I'm going to talk to her about a couple things I've researched and ask her about trying them and see how those go. But with any challenge in life, at the varying levels of challenges, from a minor challenge like stubbing your toe to a major challenge like financial difficulty, health challenge, or divorce, breakup, the really hard stuff stretches you emotionally. This challenge is certainly doing that for me. So I'm really working hard to become a very strong person emotionally so that I can weather this storm. And even if it's something I never am able to figure out, that I am emotionally strong enough to kind of have chronic pruritus would be kind of the closest thing I would call it, that I can deal with that for the rest of my life because I'm very physically fit, emotionally strong. So that's the emotional side of it. I think you strengthen that through spending time meditating, positive affirmations, and deciding that you are going to be engaged with life. So anyway, so that's pretty much the emotional side of things. Spending time strengthening your resolve and acting with determination and never quitting, or only quitting when something is proving to be not something that's serving you anymore. And so next, intellectual to me is learning everything you possibly can about this crazy world. Learning and experimenting and trying things and being willing to fail increases your intellectual capacity because you're learning. And reading, watching videos, listening to podcasts. I've been doing a lot of this lately, especially about food. I did the carnivore diet earlier this year, and so I learned a lot about that. And so I'm researching is why are so many people advocating for the carnivore diet so much, if it seems to raise cholesterol and create an increased risk of heart disease? Why are people advocating for the carnivore diet? Were those people that were eating a lot of meat? Were they eating a lot of other stuff? Were they smoking? Were they drinking a lot? Did they have other unhealthy habits, or did they just eat meat, nothing else, and lived very healthy lives, and they died of a heart attack. So I'm trying to find those cases. And then I look at vegans, plant-based diets, and some people seem to do very well with those who eat a lot of nuts and seeds and berries and things like that. And ultimately, it may be up to our body composition, our genes, and our ability to process certain things that determines what we can eat. So I'm looking at diet as hopefully a possibility to restore my health once again in whatever way makes sense. I've learned a lot about myself and other people, but I'm still an initiate at 46, still trying to figure out life. I don't have it figured out. And every time I think I have it figured out, something like this happens that I'm like, oh, well, this is strange. Okay. So, but the more I learn, the more I increase my intellect about things, the more I'm able to try different things and solve problems. I wouldn't have solved Lyme disease if I did not have a determined effort to do so, and I didn't research for 2 or 3 hours a day for 7 months before I even figured out what it was. It was that determination and resolve to learn what it was that was going on that solved it. And so now I've got something that I'll call chronic pruritus, which is like a chronic itch, pinch, burning, crawling, stinging, biting sensations. That's the closest term that I've seen online that describes what's going on. And so it's like, okay, obviously this is not happening randomly. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction in life. So something kicked this off. Did I come in contact with something in some public restroom or something? I haven't done anything else that would cause me, that could do this to me. So did something happen? And I don't know. So I'm trying to figure it out. Researching, studying. I know about every infectious skin disease there is to know about now, and psoriasis and vitiligo and all different things, and I'm probably going to have to become a master of the skin and why it reacts the way it does, and the nervous system and the role it plays, and all the different types of funguses there are. And so maybe I need to do a several month powerful fungus treatment of some kind. Maybe that's what kicks me over the edge here. So still in the research phase though. I'll be sure to let you all know though if I figure out what this is. And then lastly, the spiritual side of things, which is our purpose and meaning for life, our knowing, our inner knowing, our ability to connect with others and have something beyond ourself in life. So for me, that is a quest I'm on to figure out, what am I doing here? Is there some great purpose beyond myself that I can adhere to or start? Certainly becoming a monk keeps popping up. But not sure I want to do that quite yet. I always go back to, I think I'm not ready for that yet. So I am working on raising my energy, vibration, skill, physique, etc., all the things that would raise these scores so I can be the best me in life and contribute the best way that I can as Jeremy J. And I'm curious to hear what y'all think about ESIP, the 4 categories in emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and physical, and how much they, do you notice those when you connect with others? Do you notice those aspects of yourself? And just thought I'd share this video since it's been a while. It's been over a month. So I thought I'd pop in and just say hello. So hello and namaste. I'll see you in the next video.